Good morning, good morning. It's 4:44 a.m. for me, and it might be something else for you. Good evening, good afternoon, if that's the case. In any case, I'm home alone for the first time since my family moved in with me. My daughter and son-in-law went to my son-in-law's Christmas party last night, and they're staying over. And the kids are all at my ex-wife's house, their grandma's house. So I'm here all by myself and I'm taking advantage of it. They'll be home later on this morning. Uh, and I won't be alone anymore. So I'm taking advantage and doing my video right now this will be for tomorrow, since today's video was the Friday the 13th video done with a conversation with Aristo. The title for today is this: Is wanting to make a difference egoic? Someone commented the other day that my impatience is due to too much ego. Of course, I am well familiar with spiritual teachings that we must eliminate the ego, which, as long-time listeners know, I think is rubbish. It's more New Age Eastern mysticism BS that keeps us at war with ourselves. Developing a healthy ego in balance and harmony with our higher self is wiser to me. However, since most of my frustration relates to things happening or not happening around me in the real world some call illusion, I wonder if wanting to make a difference in that world is egoic. Is wanting an end to purposeful lies and deception by those claiming authority over the earth, wanting real justice with mercy to be administered across the board, and wanting cooperation and peace on earth, is all of this wanting merely coming from my ego rather than my higher self? This is the question, or these are the questions that I'm pondering this morning. I got up early to put my video up on share my video on Facebook from Aristo's conversation. Actually laid in bed from 2:30 till 3:30 before I got up, and I noticed that they were having a class with Jagamara this morning, which they didn't have one yesterday, and I joined, and it said it's already ended. Like it was 45, by the time I tried to sign on, it was like 45 minutes after it began. And I thought there's something strange here, so I sent an email because I want to connect with him and set up an actual time for to record our conversation. And of course, there's 14 hours time difference between Eastern Australia time and Eastern US time. So it needs to be coordinated so that it's at a time that's relatively convenient for both of us. In any case, yes, I've definitely measured a lot of what happens in my life, not by what I feel inside. I feel a lot of things inside. And lately I've been feeling a lot of frustration. I've been feeling a lot of sadness, a lot of disappointment. I've been feeling confused in the respect of what constitutes friendship and what constitutes relationship, and how not to fuel a relationship desire to be built from a friendship when it's not mutual. And there's been a whole lot of things in my life and in my world that have been happening, including interactions with mostly with my, well, really not mostly, all with my grandson especially. But these are issues that I'm dealing with, and it seems to all be in my outer world, yet it does all relate to my inner world. And how does it make me feel? As Aristo said, feelings are really, really important, and they've been negated by intellectuals and those that dwell in intellectual circles. And I do try to pay attention to my feelings, but I also measure the results of things by what I see, perceive, experience, touch, taste, smell with my senses in the physical world. I am having a physical human experience. I know that I'm more than that. I know that I'm eternal essence. I know that I have infinite possibilities. But right now, I'm experiencing human limitations, human expectations coupled with disappointments. And expectations and disappointments do always seem to go together for me, and I imagine for most people, because I expected to have made a trip outside of the confines of the United States for the first time since 2002, when I traveled to the Bahamas. I expected to make that trip this fall. It still hasn't happened, and there's still no word on when it will happen. I've been invited to go over by Australia, by my Australian friends, but it hasn't happened yet. And I don't know if or when it's going to happen. And that is a great disappointment to me, because I so wanted to participate and meet some of my friends that I've made from around the world. I wanted to do that. It was very, very important to me. And it seems like there's been just total silence in regard to that happening. And there's a series of events that need to take place in order for it to happen. And this leaves me up in the air and not knowing how to even see my future, or is it possible to even plan a future? Is it possible to even plan events? And I don't know the answer to that. As I said to Aristo yesterday, sometimes I don't even know what's true anymore. I don't even know what to believe, because so many things have disappointed me. So many things have not come about in anything close to the way I anticipated and expected. And so when I titled the conversation with video Friday the 13th, Still Caught in the Matrix, I feel like I'm still caught in the Matrix. I'm still entrapped in a world that to me is absolutely insane. And last night, it's interesting, I wanted to go to the store and get a particular item, and then when I got there, I bought several other items, and when I got to the place where that item is usually kept, they were out. And I ended up in conversation with a couple of people about money and about the financial system. And the store lady, she said, "Well, I believe you," but she really didn't. And the guy absolutely thought the customer absolutely thought I was absolutely nuts when I said banks don't loan money, that it's our signature that has the value. And of course, I didn't have time, and they didn't have the inclination to listen any further to why that's true. And it just made me realize that how I perceive the world is still not the way most people perceive it. I've had, as those of you that listen know, I've had this vision to create heaven on earth. And to me, that's a physical manifestation. It's not some pie in the sky, ethereal, it's ethereal experience. It's a real physical experience. Real means physical to me. It doesn't mean spiritual. Spiritual is unmanifest reality. Physical is manifest reality. And so I measure fulfillment not by what I feel and sense in the ethereal realm. That's all well and good. I've had mountaintop experiences. I've had blissful experiences where I'm absolutely blown away by the beauty that I perceive, by the love that I feel, by the just overwhelming grandeur of touching the other world. I've had those experiences. Maybe not enough. Maybe I should have them more. I don't know. But in any case, I still measure things by how my relationships are going, by the state of my being used to be measured by, am I able to afford things? But money has not been an issue, although it's, with my family living here, it's more of an issue than it has been for a good while, because I have money, a flow of money coming in from Social Security, $925 a month, and it comes in every month, but I don't spend that much. Wealth is not determined by how much comes in, it's by how much you let go out. And I let out a whole lot less than what comes in. And I still am able to give to some people. I like being able to help other people when I can. I don't have a lot. I've been helping my daughter and son-in-law and their family a lot over the past some months now, helped her get a car, and I've spent a good deal of money. But I measure things by what happens in the physical world, because I have this thing. Now maybe it's egoic, but I want to make a difference. I want my life to mean something, to count for something. I want to know that I didn't just come here and waste my time trying to do good. And it seems like the things that are needed to launch the good, not just for me, it's not my good. I fully realize that if the whole world isn't at peace, there's this part of me that can't be at peace either. Because the whole world does manifest what's inside of me. And what's inside of me is crying out for freedom. It's crying out for release, not in the sense of death, but release from the lies, release from the insanity of our world, where our leaders are blatant liars, psychopathic individuals that do all the wrong things. And yes, I do believe that even the wrong things ultimately work together for good. But when is the good going to show up? When are we going to actually have empowerment and enrichment? Because we are the value. We are the wealth. We are the ones that are really powerful, but we don't know it. We still live in this world of limitation. And we still have a lot of disappointment because expectations are built up through our religion, through the internet, and through listening to people like me. Expectations are built up. But then there's no materialization of the promises. And these are the things that have been plaguing me, if you will, and causing me deep, deep introspection, especially when I have time to be alone. And I'm having less of that than I used to, but I still have time to be alone. Like last night when everybody left, up until now. And I'm just debating with myself, not at war so much, but just asking myself some hard questions on why I feel such sadness, why I feel such a sense of unfulfillment and frustration, that things that I thought were going to happen 3 months ago still haven't happened, and there's not even any inkling. 3 months ago, at least, there was communication being given about what was going on. Now for nearly a month or so, there's been no communication about what's going on in regard to bringing real change to the world and making change that you can believe in. That's what I've wanted to do. That's why I get so excited about people that have a plan, that actually will make a difference in the world and change the world. That's why I get excited to see all these things. But I realize that in order for many of these visions to come into reality, we need funding, we need cooperation, and we need to stop the system that keeps hindering the manifestation of the good. And it is manifestation of the good that makes the difference. I see and have seen celebrations in the street when people celebrate their freedom and when the truth sets us all free. but I still look in a world where Obama and all the politicians and all the newscasters and all the news from the mainstream, if you will, is negative. Even when they try to put a positive spin on it, it's negative crap because they lie. Even when they're saying something positive, it's not true. We've got to get to truth in order to be free. We've got to manifest the dream coming into reality. We've got to manifest that. And somehow we've got to do it together. And I don't know the answer. And I don't think it's egoic. I think it is my higher self continuing to call me forth and say, Ron, there's something more. There is something better. Ron, listen to your heart. Listen to the cry of your inner child that wants to be liberated. The prince in you that wants to be liberated. The priest in you that wants to bless the world. Listen to that. Don't put it down. It's not egoic to want to make a difference, Ron. It's not. Maybe that message is also for you. Maybe you've been feeling something similar. And so I leave you with these questions and thoughts and perceptions of my reality, some of which you may relate to. That's why I do these videos, so that I can connect with people and tell the truth. And hopefully our dreams are becoming reality. Maybe even this year, although that's becoming more and more doubtful. Anyway, thank you for listening. Namaste.